Hey guys, it's Cooley, and this monthly favorites is like a week or two late. And I want to say I'm sorry, your girl got sick. She's still recovering. You might hear one or two of those in this video. But we're here, we're queer, and we're ready to talk about our favorite beers. Favorite beers. I don't like beer. At the beginning of every month, I am doing this new thing, talking about my favorite things that I experienced or did, etc. during the month before. So today I'm going to tell you about my favorite things that I did and saw and experienced in the month of June 2021. So first things first, at the beginning of June, I visited family. I actually went on a trip. I was double vaxxed up, ready to go, ready to have some fun, ready to experience life again for the first time in almost 2 years. And I got to see my brother, my sister-in-law, and one of my best friends. I went and visited my best friend Courtney, who I hadn't seen in forever. And then after that, I went to Seattle to see my brother and sister-in-law and hang out with family. And while I was there, I also got to see Blue Jay, which was awesome because I had never gotten to actually officially meet her in person. So it was a dream. Your girl hasn't taken a real vacation in I don't know how long. A long time. So I finally turned off my phone and hung out with friends, hung out with family, and just did my own thing. If the pandemic has taught me anything, it's that keeping people you love in your life is important and huge. And if you don't do it, what kind of life are you living? You know, life is too short to spend time with people and things that don't suit you, serve you, do it for you, if you know what I mean. So it was really nice to just be around people who I cared about, who cared about me. I got to play video games on the couch next to my brother for the first time in so long. He introduced me to State of Decay 2, which was so fun. I legally did edibles and went to a zoo with my parents, and there were dinosaurs. It was a whole experience. I had a drink at a bar, and the bar used to be a library, but then now it's a bar, and the drink was called Harry Styles, and it tasted like watermelon sugar high, and it was just anyways, it was just really nice to have a change of pace where I wasn't stuck in my home for once. I don't know how much traveling we're going to be able to do now that there's new strains in this panini press, but at least I got a small break when I could have one. I needed it. I know that I'm not alone in this and missing family. So I feel very lucky and privileged to have gotten the chance to see my family again when I haven't seen them in almost 2 years. The last time I saw my family was not on great terms. It was because one of my family members had passed away. So it was nice to actually be able to see each other for good reasons. While I was visiting my family, my sister-in-law is a big fan of anime, just like me. So she's always introducing me to new ones. And this trip, she sat me down and we watched She-Ra. And I believe She-Ra was a spin-off of He-Man back in the 80s? I'm not sure. But they remade it. It's on Netflix now, and it's very, very gay. And I love it so much. I will honestly say I wasn't attached within the first few episodes, but once I got to episode 4 or 5, I was like, I care about these characters. I have to keep watching. The most recent episode I just watched made me cry like a little baby. Anyways, if you're looking for something gay and anime, check out She-Ra on Netflix. My favorite character is Bo. And if your favorite character isn't Bo, you're incorrect. Now, while I was out of town visiting my family and friends, I had to do something with my puppy, Isley, because obviously I couldn't take her with me because I was on a plane and I don't want to take her on a plane. So I actually inducted my pupper in a little puppy boot camp training class. So while we were gone, she was not just at a spa, but she was also getting training, and she was in school and socializing with other puppies. And let me tell you, y'all, I am so thrilled. This is on my favorites list because it is my new favorite thing. Puppy training. has saved my life. Okay, I was a little bit worried about myself. I was going a little nuts trying to train my shelter puppy, but she finally understands commands and she's finally so much calmer and it's so great. I got home from my 2-week vacation and she was a new puppy in the best way possible. And I was so scared that when I came back she was going to forget who I was, but she did not. When I picked her up, she was so excited to see me and I was so excited to see her, and I cried and she was so good. She didn't jump. She wanted to jump, but she knew she wasn't allowed to jump anymore because of her training. And she was so good. Anyways, I really, really recommend training your dog at like a professional trainer's. If at the end of the day you feel like what you're doing with your dog is not enough, there is no shame in getting extra help, extra professional help when training your puppies. I'm so thrilled that I did. And honestly, she was lacking so much self-confidence, and now she kind of fully understands that she's a big dog and she understands herself. And I think she's just better for it. And I'm thrilled. The next thing on my list was something I've always wanted to try. You know I love anime, so I've seen this food in animes all the time, but I've never experienced it. So finally, when I was in Philadelphia, I tried Korean barbecue for the very first time ever. And let me tell y'all, I want to eat Korean barbecue every single day for the rest of my life. That's what my brain did. And my stomach went... And I literally, no shame, I had to unbutton my pants before I left the restaurant. I ate probably quadruple my body weight. And it was like I couldn't get full because the food was so good. Watching the salmon sizzle on the grill and the beef and the seasoning. The seasoning was sweet and spicy at the same time. And the kimchi, I'm hungry. You guys don't realize this, but I usually film these after I'm done streaming because I'm already done up and whatever. It's 2 a.m. I need to stop talking about food. I just want to eat Korean food right now, and I can't. I literally can't. There's literally nowhere I could go to get Korean barbecue right now. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Next thing on my list. I don't know if it's a favorite or a least favorite, because let me tell you, this thing shook my whole world and turned me inside out. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's Inside, the comedy special by Bo Burnham that's now on Netflix. Y'all do not watch this unless you have the emotional capacity to deal with something like this. Bo Burnham made a comedy special about being stuck inside during 2020. And yes, there was some funny parts, but also earth-shattering, brain-blowing, life-changing songs. And let me tell you, I may or may not have went into like a hardcore depression, disassociation for the next 48 hours after watching it. But at the same time, I can't stop listening to the music. I can't stop thinking about it. I've rewatched it twice since watching it the first time. I don't recommend watching it alone, personally, at least not your first time. The first time I watched it with Bear Key, and we were like partying and having a good time and vibing and whatever. And I'm glad I watched it in that kind of setting, because I honestly think that 20 years from now, they're going to show that movie to high schoolers to show them what it was like living in quarantine. It's really good. It will probably make you feel things, but it will make you laugh too. Definitely worth a watch. Please go check out Inside on Netflix if you haven't yet. In the month of June, my very favorite anime has come to a close. As you guys know, I have been watching Fruits Basket since they decided to remake it, and this year was the final season. And while the ending created a perfect bow for the whole series, that now means that it's over. There will be no new episodes, no new tension between Toru and Kyo, no more Momoji. I loved it. It will forever be one of my very favorite animes of all time. But I felt like my world ended the night that it ended. And I know that's dramatic. I know it's dramatic, okay? I feel a little ridiculous feeling this way. But I wasn't ready for it to be over. And it's over.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Anyway, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. I'll probably just keep rewatching it. Every single time I've needed comforting in the past year, I've watched Fruits Basket. Every single time. Every single time I've needed friend time, a girls' night, me time, something to watch while I drink a glass of wine, something to watch while I'm journaling, it's been Fruits Basket. And now that it's over, I can't bring myself to rewatch it. I know that it's not going to be like that forever, but right now I miss it so much that I can't watch old episodes. Anyway, I'm so embarrassed. We need to move on. Next category. This month of favorites has turned kind of sad. Speaking of the month of June being kind of sad, Austin, Texas will not stop raining. But I will say one great thing that has given me is the perfect setting to journal. Almost every single day around the time when I'm deciding to write in my journals, it decides to pour. So I sit on my back porch. I have a covered back porch in my backyard so I don't get wet, and I can sit on my outdoor furniture, listen to rain while I write in my journal. It's honestly so refreshing. Sometimes the pages get like a little wet from the moisture in the air, but I feel like it just kind of adds to it. I feel like I'm in a Jane Austen novel. It's like raining and I'm the main character. Look at that girl who's sitting in her backyard in the rain. Isn't she worried about getting wet? What'll happen if her pages get soaked with moisture? Okay, this got pornographic. I'm sorry. However, my next thing on my list, on the sunny days when it decides to not rain in Austin, I have been getting back into stand-up paddleboarding. This is something I used to do all the time, but I kind of stopped when I started streaming because I didn't give myself a lot of free time to do much else. But it's summer, it's hot girl summer, and I'm reconnecting with some old friends, and we're going stand-up paddleboarding and hanging out on the lake and getting a tan and wearing a swimsuit and just kind of living it up. It's really, really nice. For those of you who don't know what stand-up paddleboarding is, you literally are on a board standing up with an oar and like crossing water instead of like being on a kayak or like a rowboat. You're like on basically a giant surfboard. It's like a big board. And we'll just like go out on the water, sit out there, take pictures, talk, listen to music on like a waterproof speaker and just kind of vibe. Sometimes we'll bring like White Claws out. We always recycle. In fact, I've had to pick up other people's trash for them, which is a bit frustrating, but that's the world we live in today. You know how people tell gamers to touch grass? Well, bitch, I've been touching water, which I clearly needed because as a weeb, I'm always thirsty. Oh, she's killing it with the jokes today. I'm so funny. And this actually brings me to the next thing on my list, which is reaching out to friends more. That's my new favorite thing. I feel like I come off as an extrovert online, but I am shy. I'm like really shy, especially in situations where I'm not exactly comfy, when I'm kind of getting out of my comfort zone. I don't like to talk to strangers. I don't like to talk to adults, even though I'm technically an adult. I just don't do it. And when it comes to friends, if I haven't texted you in a really long time, I just assume that you forgot about me. So I just don't reach out to people. So something I'm working on in therapy is understanding that all of my friends have lives, and if they're not reaching out to me, it has nothing to do with me and it has everything to do with them. So I need to reach out to people sometimes. Sorry. So I've been doing that, and it's actually been kind of life-changing. I think I've already said that once in this video, but it has been. Like, I am so much more social now. I have people to lean on. I have like solid friends that I feel comfortable like talking about my life with. Like, I can't remember the last time I felt like this. And I know that's such a small thing for so many people, but it's huge for me. I've always been kind of bad at making friends. Like, I've always been good at keeping like one friend at a time. And I think it's because I'm codependent, and it's probably why I've always been a serial dater. And I'm just scared of getting hurt. So I don't like to let my walls down around a lot of people. So I'm trying to do that. I have gone on a few dates as well. And let me tell you, rejection sucks. Letting your walls down sucks because sometimes you do get hurt. But at least I'm living life. It's taken me 25, almost 26 years to like finally do this for myself. And it's great to finally have more than one person to lean on. Small, but I'm proud of myself. While we're on the topic of things we're doing because my therapist told me to, my new favorite thing is a thing that we like to call standing up for myself. I love it. It's my new kink. I'll be honest. It's taken me this long to start doing it, but now that I'm doing it, I'm on a damn roll. And let me tell you, standing up to people who have been a part of your life for a long time and finally being like, nope, these are my boundaries. Oh, you broke them? Here's your consequences. This is what you get. You deserve this because you've treated me terribly for so long, and it's my decision, my choice, my right to finally put a wall up because I deserve to not deal with that anymore. I deserve to not be hurt by you constantly. It's taken me 25 years, y'all, but I've finally started doing it. I've finally started really setting boundaries and seeing them through when they get broken. And you want to know what? It's helping. I have a lot less hurtful people in my life now, and I'm very happy. It is not easy standing up for yourself, and it's a little lonely at first, but I know it's gonna be worth it. It's already starting to really feel like it's worth it, and I'm just so damn proud of myself. That's another favorite thing. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself, and I am so happy that I'm finally able to say it. I'm proud of myself. I need to say it more. I'm proud of myself. If you haven't said that today, tell yourself you're proud of yourself. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of me too. Okay, the next thing on my favorites list in June is my 1-year Twitch anniversary. Y'all, I've been streaming on Twitch for 1 year. June 23rd, 2020, the old website decided they were shutting down. They announced they were shutting down. And so I was forced to move homes. And on June 25th of 2020, Twitch threw this bitch a bone and she went, ark, ark. Why did I do that? I took the bone is what I was trying to say. I took the bone. I had a boner. No, okay. I became a partner on Twitch, and it's been a year, and it's been a crazy year, and it's been a eye-opening, life-changing, personal growth year. And June was that anniversary, and we celebrated it on stream, and it was a gosh darn party. Thank you so much to everybody that was there and hung out. The VOD should still be on my Twitch channel. Also, I'll put it on my VOD channel if you guys aren't following that. I have a VOD YouTube channel. I have this big stupid smile on my face because I'm still bewildered with how much the Coolie Crew has grown on this new website. Not new, but new for me. And how it's only been a year, but at the same time, it feels like it's been forever, but it just feels so good, and I couldn't have done it without any of you guys. If you're watching this video, I literally couldn't have done it without you, and I just want to say thank you. I am grateful, blessed, happy, humbled. That was probably my very favorite thing that happened in June, was my anniversary. Not to mention, June was Pride Month. All the month of June was a gosh dang party. And the last thing on my list, but definitely not least, is something a bit nostalgic. In the month of June, me and some of my friends decided to get back into Overwatch, which came out 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. I don't even know. But y'all know my friend Jason and Jude and Datoon and a bunch of others. We all just decided as a group, we wanted to get back into it. We're like, let's just try it out again. And let me tell y'all, my May gameplay is out of this hecking world, dude.
I can take care of myself.
Let's go.
Hold it.
Yeah. Get the hamster. Get them. Hamster.
Get on point.
Let's go, baby. We need to get the hamster, though. We need to get the hamster, though.
Oh my god, Frank's one! Nice! Careful, okay, hamster's last one, Nice.
That's it.
No, it's not. Oh, holy
nice.
shit!
Nice.
Let's go!
Oh my god.
I'm so hard right now, guys. Oh my god.
I picked up that game like it was like riding a bicycle. And I don't mean to toot my own horn, but May is bae. And I'm pretty great. What I'm trying to say is I'm really good at playing May. The reason that this is on my June's favorites list is because I decided to get back into Overwatch with Jason and Jude and a bunch of my other friends on stream on June 23rd of 2021. We were having so much fun. We played for like 8 hours, and it took me the end of the stream for me to realize that that was the anniversary of my first stream on Twitch. And I made my start as a streamer playing Overwatch on Mixer. So it was like full circle that my first anniversary of being a streamer on Twitch, I played the game that got me my start on Overwatch, but with the friends that I've made since making my move to Twitch. I'm gonna cry. This year has honestly been so important to me. It's been huge. And I couldn't have gotten here without the friends that I've made along the way. So now Overwatch is even more near and dear to my heart than I ever thought it could be. And yeah, I'm just happy. Well, that was my favorites for the month of June. It was a pretty crazy month, if you couldn't tell, but I'm very grateful. And God, 2021 seems to just be going by so fast, doesn't it? So slow and yet so fast. I don't understand. Anyway, it's now July. It's my birthday month. Whoop-de-doo, I'm going to be 26 in like a week or two. If you guys want to get me a present for my birthday, you can hit that subscribe button below my face. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Consider subscribing to my fan house. That's a thing that I have now. Consider following me on other social medias. Consider stopping by my stream on July 20th to celebrate coming into my birthday at midnight on the 21st. Yeah. This cancer bitch is probably gonna cry a whole lot. You don't want to miss it. Or maybe you do. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you again on the YouTubes later, skaters. Let's possibly celebrate my birthday together, friends.